Oh, we're live. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the, come on, Bear, one of these days. Oh, the woods, people. That is, believe it or not, where bears live. Yes, indeed, people. Great to have everyone here with us today. Celebrating, quote-unquote, the holiday season. Whatever season that might be to you. It might be Christmas, might be Hanukkah, might be Kwanzaa. It might even be Festivus. We've got a lot to get off of our plate here. But we want to welcome you here. Hope you're having a great holiday, whatever one you decide to celebrate. And of course, the holiday season, it always means the lovely, the beautiful Lacy Chabert, looking for love once again on the Hallmark channel out there. She finds love at the end of one movie, and then they start the next movie right after that. She's looking for love yet again. It's like, should you go for your, either rival or your, whatever it is, your former flame in high school, the TV producer that you're going up against, or whatever the hell the movie of the week is. Lacy Chabert, Bear will lay down on the line here and commit. I will commit to the lovely Lacy Chabert out there. Kind of going through all the fellas out there, kind of like a Taylor Swift. Bear had that whole issue there, but we're gonna try and find some love for the lovely Lacy Chabert here today, people. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Great to see Melissa here. Thank you so much. She has both literal, she is present both literal and in Christmas here. Thank you so much. And of course, Amy as well, the Lester sisters. It wouldn't be a holiday season without the lovely Lester sisters out here. And of course, P Money as well. He says, hey Bear, my kids are in a Christmas concert, so not sure I'll make it. P Money, this is the second time, man. Well, that's right. That's why we have. Come on, Bear, where is it? That's why we have the good old-fashioned, if Bear can find it here one of these days. For crying out loud. Did he not bring it in here? That's why we got the old archive, people. So if you want to ever check that out, go ahead, check it out. I'll leave it. Of course, it is always in the description, but there you go, people. If you don't ever check out the old live archive. We try to put that stuff up over there, just in case. God knows whatever's going to happen on this channel, for crying out loud. So, anyhow, there you go, people. All right, let's. Bear would normally just jump straight on into a number of campaign updates for you good people, but literally there are none. There are none to be had this week. So, Uncle E doing really well here. Let's see, 565,777. That is lucky numbers right there. So congratulations, sir. That's it for the campaign updates for old Bear. It is a fast yet slow week out here. We had a couple others. Let's just double check. Let me see if I have. This one went out, I think, the other day, but not bad from John Malin. 23,000. He's kind of doing these kind of interesting, kind of like a different drops, I suppose, of campaigns of the past, where he's had a couple extra books out there. Maybe even sign them for you good folks. So there you go. Check it out. He calls it, It Came From the Vault. So the last one was Jawbreakers and Little, what was it? Black Riding Hood. Black Riding Hood. And of course, this one as well. And of course, we've also got, let me see if I can find it here, I think. I'm going to be talking about it on the Saturday show here. That would be your boy Zach and his first kill campaign. So, doing pretty well. Oh gosh, people, you could push him over to 234,000. 233 right now and 900. So, the next backer or two there could push it over. So, still trying to figure out how to do this for the Rambo show. Trying to do this on Saturday. We're doing a Christmas tradition, people, of Rambo movies. We're going to finish it up. We started last year with the first Rambo. So we're going to finish it up with Rambo 5. But man, oh man, Bear's had some issues here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find it here. So we got Bear tries to get it from the IMDb place here, and tries to snag a couple pictures off there. Well, not only are they different sizes, they're not all, like, you can see some of them up top there are just posters and whatnot. So they're not all screen grabs. So you might have maybe, they got 6 pages here, they might have like 2 or 3 pages. So it's going to be very sparse as far as the pictures. So I might go with just the comic. Let me get back to it. Where was it here? Gosh dang it, be here one of these days. Special show. I might just do some of the stuff from the comic. I don't want to confuse people, but I'm trying to figure out a way to try and do that. So hopefully we'll get that figured out before Saturday. We will find out, people. It will be an interesting show there. But yeah, finding a little bit of difficulty trying to do Rambo number 5 out here for you good people. All right, people. I know you've been waiting. It has been. Whoops. Hold on. What the heck? World at War Comics. What is that? I have no idea. Okay. Interesting. Well, anyways, that is something there. But Bear is not prepared to do that because there is. If Bear can find it on his menu here. There we go. Finally. People, the long national nightmare is finally over, people. I know people. Bear should have got to this a couple weeks back. I know probably everyone out there is talking about it, but you really haven't heard it unless you heard it from Bear first. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Our long national nightmare is finally over, people. Yes, indeed. From CBS News. First tomato ever grown in space, lost 8 months ago, has been found by NASA astronauts. It's been one of the universe's greatest mysteries. It has. The disappearance of the first tomato grown in space. They probably in the refrigerator, behind the old milk jug or something like that. That's usually where your tomatoes end up. That is until this week, actually it was a couple weeks ago, when 7 astronauts at the International Space Station announced on the 25th anniversary of the orbiter that they had found the rogue fruit and or vegetable. I'm not really sure. Is a tomato a fruit or is it a vegetable? That is one of the universe's greatest mysteries right there. Well, we might have found something that had been looking for quite a while, NASA astronaut Jasmine Mokavebi revealed. I probably mispronounced that. The tomato was first to be harvested and grown in space. It was grown in March by American astronaut Frank Rubio, finally a name that Bear can pronounce, who holds the record for the longest space flight at 370 days. Wow. That's a long time to be in space, man. The red robin tomato was harvested as part of a NASA experiment to grow produce in space for longer-term missions in the future. Rubio said it was a proud moment. Right up into the day, he lost track of the fresh, fleshy food. Try saying that 3 times fast. A commodity up in space. I harvested, I think, what was the first tomato in space, and I put it in a little bag, Rubio said. He ended up taking the tomato out of the safety of the Ziploc bag to show some students the prized produce, but seemed to misplace it afterwards. I was pretty confident that I Velcroed it where I was supposed to Velcro it, and I came back and it was gone. He added, somebody probably ate it, gosh darn it. I know there's other 6 people. It couldn't have gotten far. Possibly. I'm reading into that a little bit. Rubio said he unsuccessfully spent 18 to 20 hours searching for the tomato, and was assumed it would have desiccated to the point where you couldn't tell what it was. Lovely. It may have been tossed in the trash accidentally. That's alright, you just go to the space trash service and just kind of ask them to dig through and find your tomato. Because of the weightlessness nature of space, any object that is unsecured or not tied down is likely to float off. And in the ISS, which is larger than a 6-bedroom house, can you imagine spending, what was it, 300 and, how long? 370? 370 days in a 6-bedroom house. I mean, sure, it's got great views, but, man, you figure you want to get outside and stretch your legs every once in a while. Walk the dog, at least. There's bound to be a plethora of good hiding spots for the Lone Ranger tomato, or tomato if you prefer. Oh, Melissa has knowledge for bear here. She says, botanically. Bionically as well, I suppose. It's like a cyborg tomato now that it's been in space. Botanically, a tomato is a fruit, but it's labeled a vegetable federally for taxation purposes. God dang feds. I tell you, man, where would we be without our lovely federal government? Trying to figure out whether a vegetable is a tomato is a fruit or a vegetable, I suppose. In the months since the juicy piece of produce vanished, some suspected Rubio actually ate the tomato, a claim he denied up until it was found. Hopefully somebody will find it someday, some little shriveled thing in a Ziploc bag, and they can prove the fact that I did not eat the tomato in space. Man, oh man, he's really convinced himself that he didn't eat that tomato. He's like, no, it was the kids, I misplaced it. I didn't Velcro the tomato. Like, how are you gonna Velcro tomato? I don't understand that one, but whatever. In Mogahai, whatever their name is, it was indeed clear, quick to clear, Rubio's name after announcing the discovery. He or she said, our good friend Frank Rubio, who's headed home, has been blamed for quite a while for eating the tomato, but we here in space can exonerate him. Mogahai didn't offer any details on where the tomato was found nor what condition it was in, but it's probably safe to assume it was probably in the refrigerator somewhere, behind the milk carton. But it's probably safe to assume it won't be featured in any gourmet meal anytime soon. Couldn't they just, grow another tomato? We have the technology. We've spent billions of dollars, and we can finally grow a tomato in space. Probably because you don't have any Mexicans in space. If you had more Mexicans in space, I'm assuming you could probably grow, tons of tomatoes up there. Tons of tomatoes. Let's see, CBS, Simirin Sin. Whatever, we'll go with that. We will go with that. What? Hold on. NASA uses laser to send video of cat 19 million miles back to Earth. There's cats in space? 19 million miles away? What? Aren't we burying the lead here? Of space cats? Wasn't that, Wing Commander? Wasn't that the space cats out there trying to take out humanity? Well, Bear, for one, welcomes his new space cat overlords, and he will help in any way he can of rounding up those pesky humans. There you go, people. National Nightmare finally over from CBS News. Well, from that to more good news here, people. In the spirit of the season out here, from TMZ, Hulk Hogan, brother, I'm in Christ, gets baptized. There he is. He got baptized. The Hulkster. The Hulkster, yes, indeed. The big moment for Hulk Hogan, he's just announced he's been baptized! Exclamation point. The Hulkster had a special ceremony at the Indian Rocks Baptist Church. Bear knows where that is in Florida. Recently, getting in a large body of water and fully submerging himself as part of the christening process. The 70-year-old Hogan, I guess that's not too late, I guess, spoke about the significance of the baptism, saying, "A total surrender, brother, dedicated to Jesus, is the greatest day in my life." Here he is. No worries, no hate, no judgment, only love. Only love from the Hulkster. Hogan was accompanied by his wife, Sky Daly Hogan. Do they really have to put this picture in there? Yeah, we'll go with it. Who took part in the baptism. They could have just done it right there in the sea. Hulk was previously opened up to his faith, saying he knew at a young age Jesus Christ was a savior who helped him take the correct path to success. Except for that slight period where he was fighting for the NWA. Other than that, all Jesus Christ there. I accept Christ as my savior at 14 years old. I guess you're not too young. In the training, prayers and vitamins get me in the game. But now that I am the one with God, the main event theme of surrender, service, and love makes me the real main event that can slay any giant of any size through the power of my Lord and Savior. And so it is even now, brother. Amen. Amen. Amen, and congratulations to the Hulkster out here for getting baptized. There you go. In the spirit of the season, people. Spirit of the season. From TMZ. From TMZ, and they do not give a author, do they? They don't. Some unknown intern at TMZ gets the story here, people. Gets the story for you. We'll just say Bear. We'll just say Bear, the comics Bear, writing for TMZ Sports. Why not? What the hell? We shall go with it. Aaron Rodgers won't return to the Jets this season. The horror. They had their season right in hand, and then plop. Oh well. Oh well. Moving on, people. Moving on. Bear knows his audience out here. From comicbook.com. We actually talked about this a little while back. McDonald's spin-off, that would be Cosmic, unveils its first menu, people. The first location of Cosmic's is open, giving fans of McDonald's a refreshed, modern take on the iconic fast food restaurant. Well, if you can't make it good, just rebrand it. The new restaurant format, currently in a test period by the Golden Arches, is meant rather to compete with the likes of Starbucks and Dunkin'. We'll go with that. What the heck? Focus primarily on breakfast foods, snacks, and beverages. The initial Cosmics, located in Bolingbrook, Illinois, opened over the weekend and unveiled its initial slate of offerings. Amongst the products available are the classic Egg McMuffin. What the heck? You can get that at McDonald's. And a slew of new offerings, developed solely for Cosmics, such as a spicy queso sandwich, a creamy avocado tomatillo sandwich, pretzel bites, hash brown bites, and McPops, whatever the heck those are, which appear to be frosting stuffed donuts, people. Frosting stuffed. Let's see, what is Cosmics, they ask. McDonald's president, Chris Kempemski. We'll just call him Chris. Said during an investor's call earlier this month, the idea of Cosmics was to launch a new brand, capable of competing with other similar beverage stops. This is a $100 billion category. Holy cow, Bear needs to get into this, man. He could sell some coffee. Bear can do coffee. What the hell? Can you imagine a Bear as a barista? That's growing faster than the rest of the casual dining with superior margins. That's probably the key right there. And it's a space that we believe we have a right to win, he says. And let me emphasize again, we're talking about 10 stores. The big story isn't about Cosmics per se. The big story is what it says about McDonald's and our potential. To think a little over a year ago this was an idea, and this week we're opening the first test site. Wow. Holy cow. I mean, can you believe McDonald's opened a store? What? Wow. Amazing. 2023, people. The idea was first revealed to the public during a June investors call, one where the Chris K touted the smaller restaurant size compared to a regular McDonald's. Cosmics is a smaller format concept with all the DNA of McDonald's, but with its own unique personality. It was on that same call that Chris K attributed higher than expected sales numbers to the success of the viral Grimace Shake campaign. Didn't all these people die? I guess it was viral. I suppose it was a success, but when your shake causes people to die, I'm not sure if that's the success. Well, Mickey D's got the money, So hey, if the customer dies after the fact, listen, I guess it's a win. I guess it's a win for them. Grimace, the old Grimace Shake out there. Grimace Shake, yes indeed. Yes indeed. All right, moving along, people, for your edification out here. From the good folks at Deadline, that would be Armando Tricano. Trinoco. Whatever. Listen, people, if you want Bear to be able to pronounce your name, at least put it out there phonetically somehow, or just like we always did, just change it to John or Smith or, Jones or something like that. It'll be fine, people. It will be fine. One of Bear's favorite movies. DC Studios, co-head James Gunn says Matt Reeves' Batman Arkham series in development is set in the new DCU. So if you haven't been following along like Bear has, so they had, God, I mean the whole poor Aquaman this week here. He's supposed to open it up. Was that Friday, Friday, something like that? Supposed to open it up. Bear saw, gosh, what was it? Like $30-40 million this weekend. Terrible. It's gonna bomb even worse than the Marvels, which is really hard to do. But DC over there says, hey Marvel, we see what you're doing over there, and hold my beer. Hold my beer. So they're trying to, incorporate some of this stuff into the main James Gunn sort of universe. They call it the DCU. Trying to bring that in there, but they had the problem where supposedly, I forget if it was Superman or if it was one of the other series that James Gunn is developing. I think it's an animation, if Bear remembers correctly, on the Max, people, on the Max. They had it set up as two separate, universes. Well, one main universe and a whole bunch of other separate universes. Universi, whatever the hell. So they had stuff like The Batman out there. It was in its own little separate corner. It wasn't part of the actual DCU. They were going to bring in the guy that directed the Flash movie. They were going to bring him in to do a new Batman. So that's set in the DCU, but they also have another Batman that's not set in the DCU. And then, of course, you got Joker as well, which is off in its own little corner of the universe as well. So they just had a multitude of different universes out there. Well, they says, that might be a little confusing to people out there. Maybe we shouldn't have 20 different movies with 20 different universes. So it sounds like they're going to be trying to bring it all together here. James Gunn is confirming that Matt Reeves is not only working on expanding his The Batman universe. Do they have to? Could they just kill it? Wouldn't that be cheaper, really? Come on, man. Where is Beer? The Batman universe, but also developing a series set within the new DC universe. Because that totally makes sense, right? Because your one movie in the one universe is over here, but your other movie in the other universe is supposed to be in the same universe, but it's actually a different universe. I don't know. The brain hurts, man. The brain hurts. I'm going to see P Money here. He says, hey, all, a slight intermission at the kids' Christmas play. Just saying hi. Well, I'm assuming they're performing, so I hope they're doing really well. I hope they're doing really well out there, P Money, and making you and the missus out there quite happy. So, hey, if you got to bounce, happy Christmas. We hope to do this on Saturday, but if you can't make it, Bear understands. Crazy Crazy. By the by, people, just kind of as an aside, just like how crazy busy Bear's been. Hasn't even gotten time to bring down the old Christmas tree yet. It's still up above ground there for old Bear in the cave. It hasn't even put out any lights. It feels like Christmas, but it doesn't. Like, all the trees, it's like fall here for us. So, like, all the trees are, shedding leaves and everything. So we're like a month and a half behind, which, really, that's how Bear feels right now. But, man, oh man, Christmas really snuck up on Bear this year. Much like the park ranger when they got him that one time with the tranquilizer dart. Anyhow, with a deadline here. A DC Studios co-head. Oh, God, that's going to work out. Craziness. Is answering more fan queries. Does he really have to? Don't you have plenty to do, James Gunn? On social media, and confirmed that Reeves is producing an Arkham series set in the Batman universe within the new world Gunn and the Saffron are developing. Makes total sense. Complete total sense. A fan asked Gunn on Threads. There's still Threads? They're still doing that? Really? Okay. If Reeves was working on more projects in the Batverse, aside from The Batman Part 2, what a terrible title, the Penguin series, and the Arkham series. Right now, Gunn replied, Matt is producing Arkham as a DCU series. So there's just the two for now, he says. Another fan asked for clarification because every time he opens his mouth, it's like a total different thing. Like, what the heck, man. Another fan asked for clarification on the Arkham series set in the new DCU. Gunn and the Saffron are working on called Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Yes, we love Matt as director and producer, so he'll be producing stories both within his Batman universe and within the DCU. Another fan asked for clarification, like, what? Huh? Why, man? P-Money says, I see we're talking about the Bear's all-time favorite movie, The Batman. Only thing that can make that movie better is if America's sweetheart was in it. Yeah. Well, you wouldn't be able to see her, though. I mean, she'd either be blurred out in the background, or just in a scene with not enough light, where you're like, huh? Is that Brie Larson or a bag of flour? I can't really... I have a hard time telling the difference. What's going on here, man? What's going on? Matt Reeves. Terrible. God, just god-awful, man. God, I hate that movie. Like, with a burning... You have no idea, P-Money. I mean, Bear went into it just like, I've heard kind of, some negative things about the movie, but, hey, it's a Batman movie. Listen, Bear's sat through some Batman movies before they didn't think was all that great. The George Clooney one and all that sort of stuff. But, we'll go check it out. We'll see. 5 hours later, Bear's like, oh, God, why is this thing still on? Why? I need my glasses. That's probably how Bear went, he needed glasses through that movie, for crying out loud. Dang, The Batman, I hate that movie so much. Anyhow, Gunn further clarified that the Arkham series was always planned to be set in the DCU, and not part of the Elseworld worlds. Of course, naturally, yeah. Unfortunately, you totally contradicted what you said before, but whatever. The alternate universe were projects like Batman's The Batman, and Todd Phillips' Joker Fauna de Deux live. So literally, you've got three different universes with Batman out there. He said it was one of the first pitches we brought when Peter and I came aboard. I don't know the permutations it went through before that time, he says. Gunn said of the Arkham series. In the Batman universe, Arkham refers to Arkham Asylum, we all know that, yada, yada, yada. So they're going to have all the villains in the main universe, but a Batman in a different universe, and the Batman that they have in the DCU is going to be different from the Batman. But they're going to share the same enemies, but be in different universes. God, it makes my brain hurt, people. I need to take a drink. Of more than just water. That needs to be a shot of something, for crying out loud. Anyways, there he is. He's saying, here we go, Robert Patterson. We're going to frame this shot this way. You're going to be horribly lit, and everything is going to be out of focus. Okay? All right, 3, 2, 1, action. That's probably what happened here. They went through so many reshoots on this movie. I can't believe it. It was crazy. It was nuts. They was like, come on, you need to bulk up here. Come on, come on, Robert Patterson, bulk up just a little bit. We can't have you, looking like a Twilight little fella out there. He's like, all right, yeah, I'll work on my cardio. Like, oh, okay, all right, sure. Whatever, man. Crying out loud. Which, by the by, let me see if I've got it here. Because it kind of links in. Yeah, here we go. I apologize. It's on a different screen here, so I don't have it right up front. There's been a theory out there. Been a theory that Warner Brothers Discovery merged with Warner Brothers after they were sold off from AT&T. So Discovery took on a whole just heaping load of debt out there to purchase Warner Brothers and merged it to Warner Brothers Discovery. The theory out there is that either all or parts of the Warner Brothers portfolio is going to be sold off, including the DC section of things out there. One of the theories, let's see, Bounding into Comics had it. There might have been another one as well out there. Maybe WDW Pro, it might have been him as well. I forget right off the top of Beer's head here. I just want to give compliments to them. They had a theory that they were going to sell off the DC brand of things, and all the stuff that James Gunn is doing is just a bunch of puffery to make sure that they're going to go ahead and sell to the right buyer. So essentially, it would be kind of a turnkey sort of cinematic universe that you could bring in. Let's just say, I don't know, Apple or Amazon out there decides to buy it. They already have, all these classic characters. They've already had James Gunn kind of go through it, set everything up on a 5 or 10 year plan or whatever it was. Smooth sailing for whoever buys it. So some of this stuff kind of lends in to some of that. Like, okay, why would you have 3 or 4 different universes? That probably didn't make a whole lot of sense to a lot of producers out there, much less anybody that's trying to purchase either the entire studio or just parts of it. So with some of that, hi Amy, how are you? With some of that, we've got a report here. Let's see, is it Deadline as well? It is Deadline. Let's see, Anthony D'Alessandro, Dee Hayes, Jill Goldsmith, and Dominique Patterson. They got the all-star cast there. Let me see here. Deadline has confirmed that Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount Global, that is Paramount, CBS, Showtime, that sort of deal, have held talks on a possible merger. Paramount Global CEO Bob Barkish and the Z-Man from Warner Brothers sat down on a Tuesday at Paramount's corporate headquarters in New York's Times Square, rather. A well-placed source tells Deadline. Probably 1 or 2 of the people in that meeting. It was all rather preliminary, the source says, of the talks. Sherry Redstone, the CEO of Paramount and controlling shareholders at National Amusements, is on a bit of a listening tour to see what she might be able to get if she decides to sell the company or part of it. That's Paramount. 2 additional people with knowledge of the discussions confirmed them to Deadline. They've reported in recent days that Redstone, after spending years of holding her family's empire together, has become open to offers for National Amusements, which is, I believe, that is like Six Flags. So kind of like a Disney sort of situation there. They've got the theme parks, and they also got the studio side of things. Let's see. Redstone was not in the room with the Z-Man and Backish for the actual meeting. the source noted. She did have separate conversations with the Z-Man this week, where the role of broadcast network CBS in any potential future deal was a major topic. I sincerely doubt that Warner Brothers is going to buy CBS. As a broadcast network coupled with 28 owned stations in many markets, CBS is a significant asset, but also a legacy one. Given recent talks of Disney possibly parting with ABC and its stations, and other movement on the broadcast chessboard, the notion of CBS and the stations not following the rest of Paramount's portfolio might be logical, yada, yada, yada. So it's talking about all that. Scrolling through 1 second here, people. I want to get to the meat of the matter here. Okay, here we go. Warner Brothers Discovery would be prevented from entering into a transaction period until April, expiration of a 2-year lockup period after the merger of Warner Media and Discovery. That was agreed to as part of the Warner Discovery deal, which was executed via reverse Morris Trust, yada, yada, yada. Many deal makers had marked, people, listen up, had marked April 8th as the likelihood of Warner Brothers Discovery wanting to make changes to its portfolio, like this guy right here. Word of the talk surfaced not long after Bloomberg reported that Paramount also had been discussing the potential sale of BT Media. Good luck. Which includes cable networks BT and VH1, as well as studio and streaming operations. Potential buyers including Byron Allen. Oh boy, good luck with that one. And a number of people have been putting in bids there. Both Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount face significant issues with debt, as well as the hefty expenses required of anyone looking to compete in streaming. Again, Bearson's been saying multiple times, it's pretty expensive to either buy or rent server space for all of your media for the past 100 years or whatever it is, to be able to put up on servers where people can just access at any time. That's a lot of money, people. That is a lot of money. Since the April 2022 closing of Warner Brothers Media, or Warner Media's $43 billion merger with Discovery, investors had pointed to the company's debt as a concern. It also combined a large swath of cable TV assets against a backdrop of accelerating rates of cord cutting. Well, it's kind of going backwards on that now. It's kind of interesting. Shares in the merged company have been trading well below the price as of the deal close. So Warner Brothers hasn't been making a whole lot of money out there. And if you've seen some of their movies lately, by the way, freaking Aquaman coming out in, 2 days? Day and a half? Something like that? So, that's another couple $100 million right there flushed down the toilet. Similarly, Paramount's reunion of CBS and Viacom has not gone over well on the street, with the stock sinking to single digits earlier this year and remaining 2/3 below its level at the close of the Viacom-CBS deal in 2019. I would probably say Paramount is in a better position than Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has a whole lot of debt, and they need to get rid of it, and they need to get rid of it relatively quickly. So they were talking about here, what was it, April 8th. So coming up, that would be the next quarter, or the quarter after this, I suppose. So that's coming up pretty quickly. So we might have a little bit of boot, especially if, let's just say Aquaman does really bad, as bad as people think. They're projecting $30 to $40 million this weekend, which for Christmas holiday weekend, it's not good. Not good for your big tentpole picture that's made $1 billion last time, and much like the Marvels, might not make that $1 billion yet again. So, very interesting time frame here over the next couple months. If you remember, I think it was this year, it was early January, maybe late January, early February is when they brought in James Gunn. So he's had a year. He's had some time there to be able to lay out his plan. But if they have no money to make a $200 million plus Superman movie, the only other option is maybe all this is being done to sell it. So, kind of interesting there. Kind of interesting reading between the tea leaves there of what's going on with not only the Batman universe, but the entire Warner Brothers Discovery universe out there. Kind of interesting, which going on if you kind of read between the lines there. Read between some of the lines. Let's see. Amy says it's too bad you can't get permission to use licensed characters like you can license music to make covers. I bet you if you were a talented artist out there and you came up with a really great Batman either movie or comic book out there, I don't know if Warner Brothers would spend the money on the lawyers to take you down, or if they might just say, hey, here's a couple thousand, couple $100,000. We're gonna buy your idea off of you, and we're gonna make it our own. That may be where they're going. Some of that was talked about with Disney, where they were gonna license off some of their characters for other entertainment venues to use. So you might be onto something there, Amy. You might be onto kind of an idea of where they might be going. You know, the other possibility is Warner Brothers just licensing these characters out. Bear's dream, Bear's all-time dream. Like maybe they might license Batman out to Toho out there with the Godzilla franchise, and they could finally make. Although Adam West isn't going to be around to do it, they can finally make Godzilla versus Batman. The long-awaited Godzilla Can you imagine Godzilla vs. Batman, made by Toho, licensed by Warner Brothers, but made by, Batman's speaking in Japanese, but he has like English subtitles below there. That would be Bear's dream right there. I don't know. Yeah, go look it up. Godzilla vs. Batman. It was going to be okay. So they had the first Batman movie with Adam West. I can't remember. Did they do 2 Batman movies? Or was it just... I remember the one Batman movie, and it might have been like a TV special or something like that. But they did either 1 or 2 Batman movies. And the next one was going to be... They were going to team up with Godzilla. Because Godzilla was big at the time in the late 60s there. They were going to team up with them. And it was going to be Godzilla versus Batman. Oh my god. I mean, even if they took it a serious route, I was hoping they would go for kind of the campy route with Adam West in there. You know, can you imagine Batman coming up to the crime scene or whatever, and there's like this huge 100-foot crater in the shape of Godzilla's paw print or something like that, and Batman's like, I wonder what this could be. This giant print there. I wonder what this could really be. Yeah, so they were going to do Batman versus Godzilla. Unfortunately, it never got made. Unfortunately, it never... different either studio heads or, conflicting nature or something like that. But man, oh man, that would have been great. So here's the opportunity. Here's the opportunity right now. Warner Brothers licensing out all their characters there, and then Toho buying up some of that stuff and finally making Godzilla versus Batman. Amy says, does Batman punch Godzilla? He could. He could. I'm sure they would come up with some sort of. I mean, again, it was the '60s era, so it was the campy Batman. So I'm wondering if they would have had like some sort of anti-Godzilla spray or anti-Godzilla, smoke grenades or something like that, cause Godzilla to, he loses his vision or, loses where he is and, gets all turned around and Batman comes around. Maybe with the Batwing, come around and kind of do the, God, what was that? What was that movie? Anyways, they'll take the Bat jet around and kind of tie up Godzilla as he's falling down, so they can't, he can't escape the. You can have Wonder Woman in there with the lasso. You can put the lasso around Godzilla there. Hell, man, dang it, this could have been a team up. This could have been a freaking team, like a Justice League versus Godzilla. There we go. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Zack Snyder, for crying out loud. Yeah. Anyways, yes, there was a Batman versus... I need to look that up at some point. I will show that hopefully in the next show here. But it's true, people. It is definitely true. Batman versus Godzilla. Batman versus Godzilla. Alright, I had a couple other stories here. I don't know really how much I'm into some of these stories here. Oh, let's see here. Melissa says, well, if you think about it, for Batman, is fighting Godzilla really more difficult than fighting Superman? Interesting. I like it. Melissa. That's some good stuff right there. I like that. Well, Godzilla can't fly. And, I'm pretty sure Godzilla's mother wasn't Martha. I'm pretty sure about that. Pretty sure when Batman goes to kill Godzilla, Godzilla's like, Martha! He's like, oh, well, gosh. In that case, Godzilla, I can't plunge this thing into your heart. I guess not. All right, well, we're friends now. We are friends now. And they go hopping and skipping down, I don't know, would it be in Gotham or would it be in Tokyo? That's a good question. Would it be in Gotham City or would it be in Tokyo? No, it'd have to be in Tokyo, right? It's got to be in Tokyo. I mean, unless there's like atomic testing outside of Gotham or something. No, it's got to be in Tokyo. Batman goes to Tokyo. Bear is already writing the movie right now. Let's see. Okay, Batman goes to Tokyo. They call Batman in because they've had this mystery, cities disappearing. And all they have is these giant footprints in the sand. Batman gets to one of the giant craters there. He's like, okay, what could this be? Brings out the little bat gadget or something like that. And oh no! Oh my gosh! It's been so long, but it might be the return of Godzilla. Oh, song! And then they do the whole thing. And let's see, what would they? Okay, let's see. Okay, Godzilla takes Commissioner Gordon, right? Or maybe Batgirl. He takes Batgirl hostage, right? Godzilla takes Batgirl hostage, and Batman must locate Godzilla's secret lair before I don't know. Somehow Godzilla gets out and destroys Tokyo or something. We'll workshop this, people. We'll workshop this. It's all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Listen, people, it's going to be 100 times better than the Batman. At least you can see what's going on, and it won't be out of focus. So there you go. Coifio. There we go. Kind of the mismatch between there. Didn't they have a Disney movie a while back where they kind of mismatched like Japanese culture and American culture into like some sort of, I think it was supposed to be San Francisco, but it was like a Japanese version of San Francisco. So maybe you could do something like, hell, you're in the universe. What the hell? We can make it the Batman Godzilla standalone elsewhere worlds universe out there. There you go. James Gunn, call Bear. I got the story already. We've got this kind of workshopped out. We've seen gosh, what's his name? I'm trying to remember. The guy who played the Penguin. Colin Farrell. We've seen Colin Farrell in the huge makeup that totally transformed him. We could have I don't know, Shaquille O'Neal, or it's got to be somebody really tall, just like all buttered up and made to look like Godzilla. There you go. Actually, on the streets of Tokyo, Shaquille O'Neal probably does look like Godzilla, so you wouldn't have to do a whole lot. They're looking up anyways, so I mean, you're already gonna be looking up at Shaq anyways. So I don't know, man. Well, not really. In Bear's universe, while he's constructing the universe here, he would finally give Shaq his long-awaited dream to play Superman. I gotta do it. I gotta let Shaq forget old Cord Sweat and Horseface. We're putting Shaq in there. We're putting Shaq in the brand new Superman movie. There we go. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I missed this somehow. Um, Batman is like a chihuahua and a honey badger rolled into one. That's true. Gotta watch out for those ankles. Gotta watch out for those ankles. All right. Anyways, that is a long detour there from all of that. But there you go. We'll keep an eye on it. What did they say? April 8th or oh, this is the wrong one. I think it said April 8th or something like that. Might be interesting. Might be a little bit of a shake-up there in some of the movie studios. Yes, indeed. What the hell will happen in late night in 2024? Hopefully, all these people, get fired or get COVID again. One of the two out there. I don't know. I don't think this is a good story. Moving on, people. Secret Netflix viewership data finally revealed? Can you guess, people, the top 10 movies and TV shows on Netflix? On Netflix out there. Speaking of which, maybe it would be a good idea for Netflix to kind of license out some of their stuff, or at least show some, because you got to go to Netflix to watch whatever, Stranger Things, or whatever the new big thing is out there. There's like, oh, have you seen so-and-so? It's like, no, I don't have Netflix. Don't really care to. Whole cutie situation, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. But, every once in a while I want to check something out there, see if it's any good. Let's see. Okay. I hope this is on your list. Seinfeld must be high on the list. Let's find out. We'll do TV shows. Oh, pardon me. I apologize, Amy. It is Netflix TV show. I thought it was I thought it was TV shows and movies on Netflix. No, it is let me read the secret Netflix viewership data finally revealed at Landmark Report. Netflix's. Okay, that's where I got it mixed up there. Their own top 10 movies and top 10 shows out there. Let's see, going from the bottom to the top. Unfortunately, there is no Seinfeld, but I'm sure it's pretty far up there. That and Friends. What was the other one? Wasn't it like Suits or something like that they were trying to bring back the... What is it? The fake princess? They were trying to bring her back. Oh, come on back, fake princess. You ain't making it as a real princess, so come on back to the show and, show some cleavage and you'll be fine. Anyways, FUBAR, 302 million hours viewed. Jenny and Georgia. I haven't heard of any of this stuff. Season 1, that is. Outer Banks, Season 3. Lorena del Sur. I bet that's a very, Spanish / Mexican / Latino show. No, not me. You out there, Season 4. I had no idea there was a Season 1, 2, or 3. Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story. Oh, I've heard of Wednesday. I have heard of this one. But it only got the number 4 slot. Number 3, The Glory. Jenny and Georgia Season 2. Apparently that was a big show on Netflix. And of course, topping it all out is The Night Agent. Never heard of it. Don't know anything about it. But it's got 812 million hours viewed. There you go. And of course, onto the movies. The movies out there. AKA, number 10, The Pale Blue Eye. Number 9, We Have a Ghost. Number 8. Oh, Roundhead Johnson at number 7, Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Gosh, that came out like 2 years ago, didn't it? Or a year and a half ago. That's been out for a while. Your Place or Mine at number 6, Murder Mystery 2. I guess they didn't solve the murder mystery in Murder Mystery 1. Not you people. You people. You people? Who you calling you people? There's not even a person. Gosh darn it. Extraction number 2. Luther, the Fallen Son, and The Mother. Rounding it all out at 200 and almost 250 million hours. Of a movie that Bear has no idea about. The Mother. Glass Onion, not great on sandwiches. There you go. That's, you definitely have your knives out for whoever made that sandwich. There you go. Are they stacking the data in their favor? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I thought it actually had like all time stuff, but no, they hardly ever release any of this data. So it probably has to do with some of the either actor or writer strike situation. They have to release some of that information confidentially, just to the guild out there. So maybe they preempted it and released it themselves. Maybe one of the guilds released it. I don't know. But there you are. So they're basing their contracts on the hours viewed, apparently, which I don't know is a great way of doing it, because you probably want to have it based on how many subscribers, right? Because that's how many people are paying. So I don't know. I don't know about that, but there you go. The Mother 200. Huh? That's it. I just realized that. Well, I guess it's a season, but The Mother, the top 10 film, the top film on Netflix, 250. Let's just call it 250 million hours. I didn't even get to season 1 of Fubar, number 10, at 302 million hours. Kind of interesting. You know, of course, you got more hours in a season, but I just thought that was kind of interesting. Very, very intriguing. Amy says, "Your people to me, Beer." Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. Where is the hug icon here? Let me find it here. Let me do the old beer. Oh, no. Oh. There we go. There is that. Why is it doing it? Oh, gosh darn it. There we go. There we go, Amy. There we go. I don't think any of the movies. I don't think she's seen any of the movies. Nobody has. Nobody has at all. Probably just a bunch of like, in Indian, one member of the family, has got the password for like 500 different people over in India somewhere, and that's where they're getting all the hours there. Probably, you never know. You never quite know. All right, let me get out of that. Just do the thing. Yes, indeed, bear hug. We're going to try and do next Saturday the Rambo, although we got to figure out how to do it. Really not sure how that's going to work. We'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely watch something along together. Definitely watch some sort of Sylvester Stallone something or another. Hopefully Rambo 5. We'll see. We shall see. I don't know. Do we really want to do this? Mayim Balink is out at Jeopardy. She says, "I don't want this thing anymore," so they're going to bring it to good old Ken. Good old Ken. What's his name? Ken something or another. Ken Jennings. Ken Jennings out there. So there you are. There you are. Miam says, no, I'm not going to stay with Jeopardy. I just want to do the celebrity ones where I can make fun of all the dummy celebrities. And I was like, no, we probably should just do one host instead of two, because it kind of gets confusing. Kind of like having two different Batmans in two different universes. We don't want to confuse people here at Jeopardy. We already have too many questions enough at Jeopardy, so there you go. There is Ken what's his face? Ken Jennings taking over for the old Alex Trebek, and how do you pronounce her name? Mayim, whatever. As the holiday begins in Hollywood, everywhere, Mayim, whatever the hell. It doesn't just start in Hollywood. I have some Jeopardy ! News. This is kind of an odd sentence. Sony has informed me that I would no longer be hosting the syndicated version of Jeopardy! I'm incredibly honored to have been nominated for a Primetime Emmy for hosting this year, and I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to have been part of the Jeopardy! Family. For all of you who have supported me through this incredible journey, and to the fans, contestants, writers, staff, and crew of America's favorite quiz show, thank you and prayers. Thank you and prayers. So there she is. Not any longer. Ladies out there, help Bear out here. Help Bear out here for just 1 second. Bear doesn't wear much clothes to begin with, but ladies' clothes, not his forte out there, but would you wear I'm assuming some sort of flannel jacket over a dress? and yet have a tie on? Not sure. Not sure if that really works. At least put the dress a little bit lower than your kneecaps there. At least, please. For fashion's sake. But yeah, that doesn't. I don't. It doesn't fall. It's like the smart people dress really weird, but then it's like no, you're dressing dumb. You're not dressing smart there. So I don't know. Kind of odd there. Kind of odd there. Anyways, that is that. That is that. TMZ and I don't know. I guess another intern there at TMZ because they didn't put. Beer will also take credit for this story as well here. Guess which famous blonde babe shares this white tail pick? Ooh, who cares? Who cares? Amy says, "Oh my goodness, houndstooth blazer with a pine green tulip dress. That is great. That is." It's something, ain't it? It's, Bear doesn't want to, oh yeah, you look great. You look, no, of course you don't look fat. No, of course not. So Bear always tries to be deferential out there, but you kind of look at some of that stuff. You're like, girl, I don't know. I don't know, girl. That something ain't right there. Something ain't right. I guess when your IQ level gets above a certain point, you just don't got to worry about fashion anymore. I guess not. She mostly stands behind the podium. Well, not in this picture. One would hope, though. One would hope. Let's find out. Let's see. Is she behind the podium? Not there. Not there. I don't know. I would assume so. I don't know. She could be one of those sort of freestyle Jeopardy hosts that just, we don't need no stinking podium questions or answers. We're all just going to rap together here. We're all just going to rap on Jeopardy! Exclamation point. Talk about, what the capital of, Iowa is or something. I don't know. Bear doesn't care. Doesn't really care. Not gonna go to Iowa anytime soon, much less the capital. LOL Improv Jeopardy. There you are. Improv Jeopardy. All right. I think that is a good place to leave it on. There you go. Unfortunately for the beautiful, some people come and go here. The beautiful Lacy Chabert, continually looking for love on the Hallmark Network. Bear will come out and say, Bear will take you, Lacy. Bear will, make a lady out of you. Animal husbandry is legal in Florida, so you can leave all those Hallmark movies behind and finally find love in the holiday season. You can always count on certain things during the holiday season. Milk and cookies, presents under the tree. And poor Lacy Chabert, trying to find love on the Hallmark Network. Here you go. Oh, I forgot to have the whole thing on the entire time. Forgot to Bear will wave goodbye to everybody. had all this set up and didn't do anything with it. Got the old iPhone there shooting out. So there we go. Hi everyone. Hello. There you go, Lacy. It's a Christmas miracle, says Amy. There you go. There you are. All right, people. We're gonna try. There's gonna be some sort of show on Saturday. Not sure if it's going to be a Rambo watch-along or if it's just going to be Bear rambling along. Could be a little column from A, column from B as well. Oh, by the way, Amy, is there a drawn-in corner tonight? Let's see if there's a D&Q going on this evening as well. Probably everybody's away for the holidays, so I doubt it. But just wanted to double-check out there. Hey, a show tonight for Mike, I think. We'll go with that. We will go with, I think. Christmas edition. There you go. You can draw Santa Claus. Or, whatever celebration that you have. You could draw the Festivus pole. You could draw, I don't know, what do they call that? The menorah, right? The candles for the Hanukkah, you could do that. do that. I don't know what they have for Kwanzaa, really. I guess you can draw that. I would go with the pole for Festivus. The pole for Festivus out there. Bear, he's not really in with all the great Christmas stuff out there, but, I was talking to some of the reindeer out there. They're getting ready. They are getting ready to be on the big day. So, gotta give a shout out to the reindeer. Hope them all the best and all the health. Because your presents ain't getting down that chimney unless there's some reindeer out there. Everybody talks about Santa Claus. Yeah, well, he ain't flying himself, man. He's got a whole bunch of reindeer to help him out. Reindeer are cute. They are. They are indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, with that, people, somehow reindeer has made Bear hungry, I guess. I don't know. We'll go with it. Want to thank Amy. Want to thank Melissa. Giving a big shout out to P-Money and the kids out there doing the Christmas show. And, of course, all of our lurkers and Russian bots. We appreciate thee. Appreciate you. Awesome. Keep up with your training, reindeer. We're rooting for you, says Amy. There you go. There you are. All right, people. Well, hopefully, Bear will see you on Saturday. If not, have a great Christmas out there. But you know what? All this talk making Bear hungry, so he's going to head back into the hay VM. You almost missed it. Into the woods. So until next time, grrr.